Let's see what we got here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. With your boy E2 Blue. It's your boy E2. It's your boy E2. Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue. Back at you again on this Thursday night live stream. Wait for folks to step in the building and see what we got. See what we got. Check my audio. See what we got in here. Eric Sibby, what's going on? Dave Moore, what it do, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. AC1, what it do? The other Dave, what's going on? How y'all doing, man? Good to see y'all up in here. Well, loud and clear, loud and clear. You can hear me. Bet. All right. So I know you guys are probably going to be a little couple of seconds behind because I think my stream is always ahead of everything else, it seems like. But anywho, as you guys saw from my video earlier, where I was talking about the rookies, CeeDee Lamb signed his contract, $14.1 million. You know, and I was talking about how good it is that the NFL has the scale for the rookies' contracts, because without that scale, just imagine how the situation would be. Like, imagine trying to negotiate a rookie's contract. Like, that would be crazy. Like, just with that and having to deal with everything else with the season and all the other players. I mean, it's good that they have certain things in parameters. Tyler from Wisconsin. What up, Eric? South Texas, okay. Getting ready for overnight shift. Ready for the tropical storm from the Gulf, man. Be safe out there, Eric. That's all I got to say, bro. Just be safe out there. Them tropical storms ain't no joke, man. Yes, Dave Moore. And like I said, you one of the day ones, bro. I appreciate you being here as well. Yeah, that would be very tough. And I'm just glad that they got that in place. And like we always complain about, like, oh, well, they're coming up with these different rules and stuff like that. There's a rhyme or reason for every single thing that they're doing on this team right now. Not just the team, but the NFL as a whole. Now, for some teams, it's beneficial. For other teams, it's, but it really depends on how you're looking at it. I just hope CD plays this 4 years and doesn't get his headache the way Zeke does after. So I don't think he will. He doesn't, like, to me, CeeDee Lamb doesn't come across a guy that's gonna give you problems. What up, Miss Jackie? Welcome to the chat, Miss Jackie. Everybody say hi to Miss Jackie. Show your love and respect for Miss Jackie. Oh, no problem, Eric. No problem. Always looking out for my people. Yeah, because remember when they didn't have it, those astronomical contracts were, yeah. So I was just getting ready to get into that. So you look at those contracts from, like, during the when they didn't have the cap and stuff like that. I mean, they would just get rookies walking in the door like, yeah, let me go ahead and get that 30 mil or whatever. Yeah, let me get that 30 off the top, bro. Ham. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yep. Hand me the paperwork. I'll sign that right there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad that they got that. So, and with him, as you know, they have the 5th-year option, which they'll probably exercise that because, again, by the time his contract is up, we would have had to make a decision on Michael Gallup too, whether we want to continue to pay him to be on this roster. Now, I like Michael Gallup, and I think that this, and I'll continue that conversation in a second. I think I'm going to love that tandem of those three with Cooper, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, for years to come. I mean, Philly is going to be hating us for years to come. I'm telling you that right now. And just the look on Philly 500's face when we got CeeDee Lamb was priceless. Priceless, guys. And Dave Moore, you know what I'm talking about. Gary Hawkins, what up, homie? Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. All the way out on the West Coast. I told you I got to go out there and visit, man, once this Corona is over with, man, and I could come out there and visit. I've never been to the West Coast before. Hell, I was supposed to go to Las Vegas for the first time, but we see what happened with the draft. Always a lady. What's going on? Checking in, showing love. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate that. We got the ladies in the building. I'm loving that. Thanks to both Dave and both Daves. Yeah. Think Kellen will have more reign in the play calling with McCarthy. Yeah, Eric, and I was talking about that a little bit in the last live stream. I was basically saying that, like, y'all remember in the beginning of the season last year when Kellen Moore was calling the plays, right? You saw him like doing different things, and you could tell how the way the offense was moving, and you're like, oh, that's Kellen Moore. We were doing a couple of pre-snap reads, and you notice like a quarter of the way into the season, not even like 2 more games after that, it just seemed like they scaled it back a little bit. And in my eyes, all that is telling me is like Jason Garrett was like this. Hey, guy. Hey, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, Kellen. Let's go back to being boring. We're a boring team, guys. Let's go back to just being predictable and conservative. And we're just that team, guys. We're just going to let the defense know that we're going to run the ball up the middle with Zeke Elliott. All right? That's what we're going to do. Kellen, you hear me, Kellen? Kellen, me and my red hair, you hear me? We're going to run right up the gut, Kellen. Don't do none of that extra stuff. We're going to be boring, and you're going to get blamed for it because guess what? Jason Garrett thinks the fan base is stupid. He thinks that that we don't know what the deal is. We know what the deal is, Garrett, and that's why he gone. That's why him gone. We're in a position to keep it that way, don't you think? We're in a good enough position to, especially with his players with Mike McCarthy, we could do a lot of great things. We've always had talent on this team. Always had talent on this team. I feel like with the old regime, they just didn't play these players like they should have. And we had so many great cars in the driveway, but we ain't drove them. And that's just how I feel about this team. If you want to compare them to a car, that's how I feel about it. It's just like we just had all these players just sit and not do anything with it. Mike McCarthy is salivating over the fact to get to these players and do some great things. That's what I'm. David Jenkins, what up, bro? Out there in Frederick. Could you keep my brother Brown in your prayers tonight? He had a little setback getting the surgery done. Yeah, man. I've been praying for your brother, man. I've already been on it, and I'm continuing to pray for him, man. Just everybody in the chat, man, pray for David's brother. Yeah, that Tavon Austin play, and you already know they didn't re-sign him, so Tavon Austin is still out there in the street. He's actually not on the team right now. But I wish they would have re-signed him because you literally could do a lot of things with Tavon. I mean, it just adds more wrinkles to this offense. Now, the main reason why I believe that Tavon is not signed is because of Bones. Remember when Bones was the special teams coordinator for the Rams when Tavon was there? One of the reasons why he got traded is because Bones didn't want him no more, because he had the fumbles or whatever. But he didn't really fumble with us. He actually held on to the ball with the Cowboys. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was that West Coast heat. I don't know, or that I don't know. Something out there in the West Coast was making them fumble the ball. What up, Coco? Welcome, Coco. Officially, Coco. You got to change the name up on him. I see. You official now. What about our linebacker core this year? Yeah, if Jalen and Leighton Vander can stay healthy, they can definitely be a hella tandem. And I think that with us re-signing some of the other guys too, like Justin March, he dropped the Lillard. So Justin March and Joe Thomas back. I think that we could do some things. And then you throw Sean Lee in there in certain spots. I think that we can really do some things, guys. I'm really looking forward to that. Cooper Gallup Lamb, yes, bro. I'm getting ready to get into that too. No, Tavon's not on the roster. He's not. They didn't re-sign him, and like I said, I think it's because of Bones. I don't think Bones wanted him. How you doing, Anita? Nah, Garrett wouldn't have stayed. No, not even if we would have won that game. His time was up. Yeah, Blake Jarwin play. I think Blake Jarwin. I'm matter of fact. I'm gonna go over each section for you guys so I can because I got something to say for pretty much all of it right now. To Cowboys, what's going on? How do they assess the players with no preseason? Exactly. Well, we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all of that. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Yeah, shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all coming in here. I really do. Who would be better, Lamb or Tavon? Definitely Lamb, but Tavon gives you a different dynamic because he's also a special teams player as well. But I think that having both of them would have been great. LG Custom Fabrication. I haven't seen you in a while in here. I know you always on Mark's channel. I haven't seen you on my channel in a minute. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Let's get it. CD is my guy. Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I mean, just think about the combinations that we can do on this offense. It's almost like the defense. Like, think about it. Zeke, the person that's going to get the most benefit out of what we're doing, going to the West Coast offense and the shifting that we're doing on this offense is Ezekiel Elliott. He is definitely going to strive in this offense with that because think about it. They no longer can just shove 8 men in the box and try to clog and contain us and stop the run because, again, you don't know what we're going to do because Dak Prescott can run the ball. You got Ezekiel Elliott. You got Tony Pollard. You could put both Zeke and Tony Pollard on the field at the same time, confuse the hell out of them. Then there's a running back, too, on certain plays, too. I mean, you're talking about the end of rounds, the jet sweeps. There's going to be so many different things that they're going to be able to do with this offense. And I think, like you said, L4G, he's going to be key to this offense because you can do so much with CD Lamb. And he can also play special teams as well. But I would have thought that they would have brought back Tavon to be the fourth guy because, again, he primarily plays special teams. And you could put him in there with CD. You could do a package where I would call it Smalls, right? A Smalls package where you have him, CD Lamb, Tony Pollard. You can use Zeke in there as a decoy, right? No tight ends. And just put him in there as a decoy. And I'm like, whoa, what kind of formation are they running here? And then basically Zeke is just blocking. And then you could just do some trickery with that, hand the ball off the CD, or you could do a bootleg and then he could throw the ball to Tavon. Or come on, man, it's so much you can do. But I don't know why I'm talking about it because Tavon's not on the team. But it's just wishful thinking. Cowboys execution. Welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate it. Coming in. So wish we had traded Ryan Switzer. He was another quick Wes Welker type guy. Yeah, he was. But to me, I like Tavon Austin better than Ryan Switzer because he's a little more experienced and he could do more things right now. Now, another thing is this. I've never had a situation where I've never been in a situation where like Tavon, like when he was on this team, we used him, but if you notice, every time he got the ball, it was either a touchdown or a first down. Oh my God. L4G, Jesus. With the $100 super chat. Oh wow. Bruh, my birthday is next week. I need that. Hope this helps the time of COVID, man. Like Mark said, what did you break into a Brinks truck, bro? That is the highest super chat I've ever gotten. Wow. Shout out to L4G, bro. Wow, boy. Hey. Bless you, brother. Bless you. Oh my God. Speaking of that L4G, so I know you know about it because you do some of the stuff with the things. So there's this new camera that I'm trying to get, right? And that's gonna help. I think it's by a company called Smooth, and basically you can put your phone on it, and it has like a remote to it, and you can like spin it around. So basically, I could be my own cameraman. I don't have to like just position the camera in one spot. I can move around and it can follow me wherever I'm going. So that'd be ideal that'd definitely help the channel if I could get that camera. in the next couple of weeks, because I look at it like this: if I get that camera, I can do shots outside with you guys. I can, because you guys know I do a lot. You know, I DJ. I be messing around with my cars and stuff, so I can like actually be doing some work and doing some other things, and you guys can see what I'm doing. So definitely shout out to you, L4G, man. That was awesome. And Anita, you talk about Dak, right? So the people that don't like Dak Prescott, I don't know if it's just they're just trolling, because you guys already know. All of you guys follow Mark, so you know how much that garbage that like those trolls bring on his channel. And it's just like when you're sitting there looking at it, you're just like, really, like half the time the people that are making the comments, they don't know what they're talking about. Like me, I value everybody's opinion, but if you don't like Dak Prescott, you gotta give me a valid reason why you don't like him, because I could give you so many different reasons why he don't suck. So for people to be like, oh, he's just trash, give me a reason. Like they just be like, oh, he's just trash. Oh, he was 8-8. Yo, people have to understand that like football is a team sport, and I gotta realize a lot of these people probably never played the game of football or any organized sport, because if you played any type of organized sport, it don't matter what it is. It can be football, basketball, baseball, hockey, skeet shooting. I don't give a damn. Lacrosse, whatever the situation is. Every situation is different. So, I mean, I just have a valid reason for it, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not just gonna blurt out that we all joke about Carson Wentz, right? We always say, "Oh, wheelchair Wentz." But at the end of the day, yes, we know that Carson Wentz throws a prettier ball than Dak Prescott. He has a stronger arm than Dak Prescott. I have given Carson Wentz his credit, right? But what I'm not going to say is Carson Wentz is healthy, because he's not. He always injured. So your best ability is availability, right? We talked about that, right? Your best ability is availability. And Dak Prescott hasn't been available for every single damn game since the first day he stepped into the Cowboys locker room. Even when he was hurt and separated his shoulder, his AC joint, still came in there, threw the ball down the field. Dak ain't perfect, but no quarterback is. How about that? He ain't perfect, and like I said, I never said he was elite, but he definitely has the cojones to be great one day. He's still young in this league. He hasn't even hit his peak yet, and everybody's like breaking him down. But we talk about the other quarterbacks that was ahead of him in the draft. Where they at? Where Cardell Jones at? Huh? Where Cardell at? Where Christian Hackenberg at? Huh? Where's Paxton Lynch, guys? Remember when Jerry was like swinging off of his balls, figuratively? He loved him some Paxton Lynch. Hey guys, we're gonna go in this draft. We're gonna get Paxton Lynch, guys. We're gonna get Paxton. We're gonna come in there. We're gonna get Paxton Lynch. And then what happened? Dak Prescott just dropped into our arms, guys. And then he did nothing but do everything that this organization asked him to do from day freaking one. You can't do nothing but respect that. And he's a true leader. This team loves him. This offensive line supports the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed some people. Mr. Truckee, what it do, brother? Mr. Truckee, you out on the road right now? Yo, everybody shout out to Mr. Truckee. Out here driving them trucks all around America, man, and getting things done, man. I respect all the truckers out there. I've always had mad respect for them. Always. Shout out to you, Mr. Truckee. What do you think about NFL playing 2 anthems in the beginning of the game? I think, first of all, I think a lot of that was some BS, because you remember they talked about it, right? And then all of a sudden it went away. It's like they mentioned it and then you didn't hear about it again. I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, if they do, I just think it's stupid. First of all, I think you need to just not do none of them. Don't do them at all. You really don't need to do that for a sport. It really started as just a commemoration to do it, to show respect, but you don't have to do that. They really don't have to do that. Wait, where's my? Because Dan Orlovsky, he loved him some Carson Wentz. Boy, I tell you. Blue, who's my sleeper rookie for this year? Yours is Bradley and I love Bradley and but you know, I'm not gonna say a sleeper. Somebody that I want to see compete is Neville Gallimore. Oh my God! Did y'all see his tape? Did y'all see him working out? Neville Gallimore it's a man. Yes, sir. Heading through the DMV right now. Oh, you're in my area. All right, Mr. Truckee. Awesome. You be safe, brother. Dude's got some fresh ass facial hair. What? Who are you talking about? That was weird. Anyway, Brian SoCal in here too? I missed him. Oh yeah, Brian SoCal. What up, bro? Eagles pick up Hurts because they'll be held next year. Wentz get hurt again, maybe let him go. And see, that's the thing. Like, and you know, Philly 500 was tripping, bro. He was tripping. He didn't know what to do. He was out there like, why did we get Hurts? Did we not have confidence in Carson Wentz? See, I'm glad we don't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? Now, we had contract issues, but there's no doubt that when Dak is under contract, that he's the starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Andy Dalton as a backup because he could come in and at least win you a game or two. You know what I'm saying? You could give him that. And, you know, Ben DiNucci, he's got a pretty good game. But his flaws are something that Mike McCarthy can help. And Mike McCarthy can also help Dak Prescott, too. You guys got to remember that. So the Cowboys did a bad thing because now that they didn't get him signed, you're not going to get him less than $38 million next year on a contract. You're not going to get him anything less than that. And then if he balls out, you probably going to have to pay him $40. And I know a lot of people don't think he deserves it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell a grown man what he's worth and what he ain't worth. That's what I will not do. You could say goodbye to Tristan Hill because I'm gonna tell you once Gallimore get out there because Gallimore is hungry. You see him out there doing practice tapes. I ain't seen no video on Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill over at the carryout eating wings and French fries. He ain't working out. Tristan Hill ain't doing nothing. I just feel like Tristan Hill doesn't have the maturity to play in this league. I really don't. And when they drafted him, knowing that he already had those issues, and basically the people that advocated for Tristan Hill are no longer coaching on this staff. So he doesn't even have support anymore. So if Tristan Hill don't show up and show out, he's not gonna make this roster. How about that? And Neville Gallimore is gonna be right there. Right there. I know. 4 years. Still hating. I know. Cowboys looking like the Eagles from a few years back. What do you mean by that? What funny feeling about McCarthy and DiNucci? He looks like a raw A-Rod. Yeah, he is a raw Aaron Rodgers. But DiNucci probably won't even. He's not going to start until Dak is done with this team. But I don't think they're just going to throw away Dak. I think that would be stupid. Who said, Miss Jackie? Who said Dalton is elite? He's definitely not elite. He's serviceable. He's definitely serviceable. He's definitely probably, if you talk about backups in the league, he would probably be one of the best backups in the league. But not. I don't want him starting on my team though. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. Finally called live chat. I know. Mine's been kind of sporadic lately because, like I said, ever since I sold my house, like I don't have my own home anymore. So I'm just kind of just like live stream when I can. I'm trying to get back on the schedule on Thursdays. So if you're gonna look for me to live stream, always remember I'll more than likely do it on a Thursday. But if I do it on a different day, I'll do a video prior to it, letting you guys know, or I'll put a blast up there and let you guys know. You said Cowboys will win 3 Super Bowls with Mike McCarthy. I definitely hope that. So let's get back into this offense. So we were talking about where I left off at. I was talking about Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and of course CeeDee Lamb. So we first thought that it was going to be Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup on the outside, and then you have CeeDee Lamb playing in the slot. Now, CeeDee Lamb can play in the slot, but he can also play on the outside too. So you can kind of switch these things up. Amari Cooper can also play into the slot as well. So you can kind of like switch it up a little bit. And I think that with Mike McCarthy and this team and with this West Coast offense, oh my God, the things, yeah, it's gone. I don't live there anymore. I think that it makes so much sense for Dak Prescott. This offense is going to be so good for Dak's skill set, for Zeke's skill set, because Zeke is going to eat. Zeke is going to eat. I'm telling you, he's going to eat in this offense of what they're doing. You're probably going to see some stuff out of the fullback because we know that Mike McCarthy likes to use the fullback as well. You're going to see some things with Olawale. What's going on, William Taylor? So I just feel like it's going to be beneficial to those guys up front. Now, you look at this offensive line, right? We talked about the offensive line going set by set. Now, we don't know who's going to be the starting center for this team, but as of right now, today, if we were to play a game tomorrow, Joe Looney would be that guy because he has experience. He was there before. He took over when Travis Frederick was out for the year. But now he's going to compete with the younger guys, Tyler Badish and Connor McGovern. So those two guys are going to battle it out with him in training camp. And that's what I love about what we're doing right now. It's everybody. Nobody is safe right now. In every position on this team is competition. So, yes, we have some solidified starters, obviously, but nobody can sit back and chill right now because some of these young guys could come up and be hungry. And guys, you guys remember, if you go back and look at my videos, I did the video on the undrafted guys. When I talked about these undrafted guys, don't sleep on these guys. Some of these guys are really good. They just dropped for other reasons. And I think that even Neville Gallimore, the only reason why Neville Gallimore was dropped to the third is because of the simple fact that in where he was playing, they pretty much played him out of position. They wanted him, and when he was in college, they wanted to play him in other positions and stuff that wasn't really what he does. But he still managed to get production. So that's how I look at it. If you look at Connor Williams, right? They told Connor Williams that he had to bulk up to stay for that left spot, right? So I think that as of right now, he would be the starter, but there's competition there as well. Remember, we picked up Cam Irving in the offseason. He's going to be the swing tackle right now, which is key because we know that Tyron Smith is wearing down. You know that once you get back issues, it doesn't always work in your favor to keep playing football. And, you know, especially at the offensive line position, because you're always kneeling down and crouching and bending your back. And then you got to go up and block these big guys. And, like, it's a lot on your lower back. So we can only just pray that Tyron Smith plays the whole season. But he's always good to miss a game or two. But if he does, I think that Cam Irving can come in there and at least just hold it down. He was a first-round draft pick at one point in time. So that you think Tyron gets unfair calls? People love to hate this team. Yeah, Miss Jackie, because Tyron Smith is he's a mauler. See how big that dude is? I would not want to go up against him. Like, I'd be like, bruh, I'm going up underneath of you. I'm not going toe to toe with that. So I think that when he's grabbing these guys, I think that the refs are seeing something different. They think that he's they think that he's holding for whatever reason because he's a big dude. I mean, come on now. He uses what we would use as an arm brace. No, he uses what we would use as a leg brace on his arm. Now that's crazy. That's how big he is. Thomas Garrett, what it do, brother? You just get. I thought you were already in here. I guess you just got in here. You said you got them giraffe arms. Yeah, Tyron Smith is like a. I hate to say a human being is a god. I hate to say it, but he's like you know, you remember back in the day how like offensive linemen were like all fat and 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 sloppy looking, and you know they come to the line and their stomachs hanging down over they football pants and stuff like that. These offensive linemen are not like that anymore. Like these guys got six packs, they swole, they look like Terry Crews on offense. That's what they look like. They look like Terry Crews playing offensive line. That's basically what it is. But you know, that's a big boy. And like you don't realize how big Tyron Smith is unless you see him in person and you're standing next to him. And you're like, this big mother. I mean, he literally picks up like his son. I think his son is like 8 or something like that. He picked him up like while he was on the ground and picked him up and then got up off the ground and stood up while he was holding him with one hand. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I tell you this though, 75% Tyron is better than most 100% tackles. You damn right, Dave. And I was just getting ready to say that too. I'd rather have a 75% Tyron Smith over anybody in the league, brother. Anybody. So we got that out the way. So this tight end situation, right? So we talked about Blake Jarwin, right? I think that he's going to be better than we think. Look at it like this. For years, guys, you guys been watching this team for a while. You guys know. With Jason Garrett's offense and having Jason Witten out there for so many years, this team could not develop a tight end for Nathan, right? Could not develop a tight end. And I just don't understand. Like, we let like good guys go. You talk about Martellus Bennett, Anthony Fasano. Like, I even liked what was this dude? What was the dude's name that we just had? I liked James Hanna. You know what I mean? James Hanna was serviceable, and he can do multiple things. He could block and he could catch the ball. If he didn't get injured and retired, he probably would still be on this team. To Cowboys, you're definitely right about that, and I'm gonna talk about that as well too. Justin Quarles, what up, man? But Jason Witten didn't come off the field. He didn't come off the field, and because he had so much clout in this offense, and he's been here since the Parcells days when he was a rookie, they just allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do. They allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do. And that's the thing that killed me, because it's like, whenever they try to wave him off the field, he's like, nah. But you got to let these, you can't see what you got in the player if you don't allow him for growth. If you don't allow room for growth, how are you gonna have this guy come on your team and do something for you? That's why I said, now that Jason Witten is gone, it gives him free range to go out there and do what he needs to do. I told you guys about that confidence, right? When you play the game and you just sit on the bench all day, every day, think about how you would feel, right? Put yourself in the player's shoes. You're on the team, right? You're not getting any play time. Escobar, yes, Thomas, that's who I meant to say. I like Gavin Escobar. Yeah, Gavin Escobar could have been good too. And he had height. He was like 6'7". So they just wasted talent. And thank God that Jason, I mean, I love Jason Witten I all day, right? He's gonna go down as one of my favorite Cowboys. But he was a progress stopper. But now that you got Jarwin out there, remember that Giants game? His new nickname by me is the Giants Killer because he scores multiple touchdowns every time we play the Giants. And those seam routes seem to be his bread and butter. And I know that Mike McCarthy has been doing his research on this team before and right after he got hired as the head coach. I know that he was looking at these guys like, you know what? I think we could do something with this. I can take him on these 20-yard seams because Jason Witten ain't running no 7-yard or 20-yard seam for a touchdown. That ain't going to happen. But Blake Jarwin, that's his bread and butter all day. So you got to have him as a pass-catching tight end. You could make him the next Kelsey. You could make him the next George Kittle. You know what I mean? And I think that, like, within this offense, you're going to see Blake Jarwin's play go higher and higher. And it's going to give him the opportunity to have even more confidence. So he's going to go out there and be like, nah, coach, I got this. You know what I mean? So, and remember, we signed Blake Bell. We got Blake Bell from the Chiefs. So he got a Super Bowl with the Chiefs, and then he comes to the Cowboys in the offseason. He was primarily used as a blocker, but he can still catch the ball as well. Now, Dalton Schultz, I haven't seen much from Dalton Schultz, so I can't really say that he sucks or anything, because I want to see what he'll do given the opportunity, whether they're going to continue to use him as a blocker like Garrett's regime did, or they're going to let him do some different things on his team, special teams and things of that. Oh, yeah, Dak and Jarwin got that chemistry too. So what is Rich talking about? Rich is in here talking a lot. Yeah, let him know, Jeff. So that's the thing. And like I said, I'm now as far as this offense goes, I'm not too worried. The only thing that I'm worried about it, as far as the whole team, not just our team, but every team in the NFL, because you look at this, the dynamic of what they're doing. I think the first couple of games of the season are going to be so sloppy for every team. So when you guys go out there, just understand and just be mindful that the games are going to be crisp like they normally are, because we didn't have an off season. We didn't have we're not going to have a preseason. So training camp is going to run straight into the regular season. Straight into it. So they're going to have a longer time to practice and train, but you're not playing against another team. So think about it. Your team is not really tackling each other like that in training camp. Not like they were back in the 80s. They were tearing each other up back in the 80s, but they're not doing that now. So they're not really hitting each other like that outside of like tapping them and maybe he'll fall over to the ground. But that's about it. They're not doing that. So to say that the season is going to start off crisp, we just have to realize that it's not going to be smooth going into the regular season. It's not going to be. But we just got to be happy and blessed that we're going to get to see a little bit of football. That's all I really care about right now. So as far as our defense, right? You look at our defense. You look at the problems that we had last year, right? What are the problems that we had last year, guys? I can name a bunch of them. We were getting the ball ran up the guts on us, right? So why would we continue to play these games, right? Knowing we're getting gashed and still run the same play, right? Not switching things up. That's what we were doing before, right? So one thing that I would adhere to you guys is that we cannot, right, continue with this whole narrative of, okay, We're brainwashed. We're brainwashed from the Jason Garrett era. We all are. We're brainwashed from looking at this team being mediocre since 95, 96. We ain't won nothing. You know what I mean? So everybody's like in the mode, and I think that's why a lot of players on this team get criticism, because people are just frustrated. I get it. But you got to stop and think for a minute. Does that make sense? Like, you got to look at the different variables, because there's a rhyme or reason for everything. And it's always not just one reason for an issue, especially when it comes to sports, because it's a team sport. It's never really just one person that's the problem. It's maybe a few people who drop the ball, and that's where the problems lie. So you look at why this defense was getting ran up. Miss Jackie getting in somebody's ass right now. But yeah, so when you look at this team, right, and you look at how we were getting gashed up that middle, it was two biggest things, right? Tyrone Crawford was out with the hip surgery, and Antoine Woods was out. So you had your two best guys that can clog up some things and do some things. And everybody's been trying to get rid of Tyrone Crawford, right? Why y'all trying to get rid of Tyrone Crawford so bad? Like, do y'all remember that when Tyrone Crawford was in the game, how much he mattered to this defense? Now he can play he can play all the positions. He can play in. He can play 3 tech. You might could put him at 1 tech too. He can play pretty much all the positions. But when you have a guy that's like that can do that, why not want to keep him? And I know what some people are going to say. Oh, well, he's had the hip surgery. He's probably not going to be the same from the hip surgery. Well, I hear you, but we don't know that, though. That's the thing. We won't know until we see him on the field. Now, I have to go by what this team believes in, and they believe in Tyrone Crawford. This team believes in him. And I think that he is going to I think he's going to play well. Now, granted, if he doesn't, this will most likely be his Anita. He said, I'm tired. Who is this rich guy? I've never seen him on my channel before. King James. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. That's why probably people are hating on him, because of his contract. But this is the thing, right? If he's okay with taking the pay cut, okay, I do it. Get some money off the top. But for whatever reason, I think that he is. I guess that makes sense. Now that I'm starting to think about it. I mean, because when you get a guy like that and then he's hurt and he's not playing, you're not seeing the production. So he's like, where the hell is this $9 million going? I get it. I completely understand that mindset, why people think that. But again, you can't deny what he's done for this defense. And like, you clearly could see what happened when he wasn't in there. So thank God that we got that they signed in the offseason Gerald McCoy and Dontari Poe. Dontari Poe, and like Vosh Lombardi said, he's not a trash can full of dirt, but he's not a pushover either. He's a big guy that can move. And if you got a guy that's in the middle, like, I'm all for having a trash can full of dirt, but he got to be able to move. Because if he's not able to move, what can you do? Like, it's almost like, remember when we had what's the dude, Hayden, the Hayden guy in there? What was his name? Hayden. Rob Marinelli used to call him the Golden Cock. That was his middle name. I don't know why he called him that, but anyway, he had all these nicknames for these guys, right? I actually liked Hayden. He came in there and he did his job. He clogged and contained, and I liked Hayden. I really did. And he disappeared. Like, when we didn't re-sign him, he just disappeared. I didn't know. Like, I think he went to the Browns and then he just stopped playing. But I think that Jackie, you know why they do? Because the Cowboys are the team, Miss Jackie, and you know that. Cowboys are the team. The Cowboys YouTubers are the YouTubers. I need everybody in this chat right now can probably agree that I say this. You can't name another NFL team in this league that has this many YouTubers and this many good YouTubers, right? Because what is it, like 60 of us Cowboys YouTubers? It's a lot of us. It's a lot. You got a lot of Cowboy YouTubers to choose from. And then you look at these other. No, but see, I didn't know what the dynamic was. That's why I didn't know what he was talking about because I wasn't paying attention. I just said his name because I was like, because he said something, and I was like, okay, well, obviously he was drunk. But again, like I said, you can't name any other team in this league that has the fandom like the Dallas Cowboys do. You just can't do it. Now, I follow some other YouTubers that are from other channels, but I've met them before. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like other teams, like the Redskins YouTubers, both of them. Well, I can't say he has to change his name now because his name was Skin Fan all day. So he's just question mark fans all day. So I mean, we follow each other's channel. I met him in real life. He's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple other guys out there that the guy that's I had him on my channel last season. You guys heard him talk when we were playing against the Rams. A Rams talk. I talked to him. He's a supporter of the channel as well, but he's a Rams fan and he's a Rams YouTuber. So like, I had him on my team. I had him on the channel talking right before the Rams whooped their ass, or should I say, C.J. Anderson whooped our ass. Yes, Ed Oliver. Yes. Damn. Thank you, Miss Jackie. I had a brain fart, but yes. Oh no, we're gonna get into the Washington. We're gonna get into that, Justin. I just wanted to get the Cowboys talk out of the way because that's more important, right? Cowboys are more important. So I wanted to finish up my talk about our team. I had another thing I wanted to get to that I had on the agenda tonight. But yeah, so like I said, there's some of those guys that I rock with. They're dope as hell. You know what I mean? Like, but you would never see me on another person's channel like saying just off the wall, like cockamamie stuff. Like that's just not me. Like, first of all, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it. You said Washington who? Anita said Washington who? No, you know what we gonna call them? That team down there. But before we get into that, let me finish my thought process before I forget. So the last thing I want to talk about is our defense, the back end, the secondary. So we have Maurice Lindquist, we got Al Harris back there as the coaches for this secondary, right? So you look at what we have with our secondary, and I know some people were hating on Anthony Brown, basically saying that, oh, he's this, he's that. Actually, you guys got to realize he was one of the fastest corners on the team, even when Byron Jones was here. So I think that the scheme was not good for these guys. I think that Chidobe Awuzie is going to play better. Xavier Woods is going to play better. Damn sure Jordan Lewis is going to play better because little man got a lot to prove because they're already going on him because of his height. And Jordan Lewis is the same height as me. That makes me feel like a shorty. You know what I'm saying? But you said the Washington whatever. So yeah, we're going to get into that. But yeah, so when we talk about our defense, right, with our secondary, we have some good players, guys. We do. But I think that I really, truly, in my heart of heart, believe that the reason why they didn't do so well is because of what Marinelli and Chris Richard was teaching them. I just think that we don't know if it's a starter. We'll find out in training camp. That's a question that won't be answered. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: Diggs is definitely him and Reggie Robinson. Both of those rookies got a good chance for some playing time. I tell you that. I will tell you that. Yeah, we could. You know what? I wish as Cowboy YouTubers we could make our own first take, and like the world would see it. I just wish that like ESPN or one of those places would hire me, because I'm telling you, man, I would kill it. I would kill it up on there. because y'all already know I speak the truth. And I don't just know about the Cowboys. I know about other teams as well. So, hell, I know more about the damn Redskins than some of these Redskin fans here in this area that I live in the Washington, D.C. area. They don't, come on, they don't know a damn. They don't even know their history. And I'm not even from here. That's the crazy part. But anywho, but I really think that with Jim Tom Sula at the defensive line coach, Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator, Al Harris, Morris Lindquist, they're going to get these guys. They're going to get this front end good. They're going to get this back end good. It's so much potential out there that we have on the field with the emergence, like you said, of Trayvon Diggs and Reggie Robinson. So I think that we got the pieces. We got some pieces. Let's see what Donovan Wilson can do at safety. So I mean, we got the pieces, guys. We just got to put it together. And the guys that they did get, they went and got Clinton Dix. They got cornerbacks that are scrappy. They got Darryl Worley. They got guys that are going to come out there and get the job done. And I can't do nothing but just praise that, because I know that they're going to excel in this defense, because they're going to have the ability to do things, and they're not going to have to keep thinking. And because remember, with his old defense, right? And I looked it up with Marinelli's system, right? So the way they had it, right? So when they were playing single safety high, right? There was no room for mistakes. So if you're at the wrong spot by like 2 feet, that's probably a touchdown going over your head, because again, you don't have any help. So if you're not playing perfect back there, it's going to be a problem. Why do you think that we had so much space on the field? Teams were throwing straight through the middle of the field, and it's now we got to rally. We have to rally to the ball, right? By the time we rally to the damn ball, it's a first down and some. So this whole bend don't break defense shit is all cute until you get scored on, and then you do start bending and you do start fucking breaking. So that's just pretty much what it is. So I'm done with that. Let me see what you guys got to say. Jackie, they will not apologize for lying players. Miss Jackie, one thing you gotta understand, Miss Jackie, that you could talk a hole in these people's heads, but they're gonna believe and they're gonna think what they want to think. But the best thing to do is sometimes I just don't even say nothing. I just I'm gonna let you be an idiot, because when you see something different happen on that field, and they're gonna be like, damn, I should have believed E2 and the other YouTubers when they were talking. They want fools, not knowledge. We have people repeating this garbage like it's gospel. Yeah. And I hate repeating myself. I really do. I really do. And I'm not gonna keep sitting here and trying to justify stuff to haters or anybody that don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's like I'm gonna teach you I'm gonna treat them like a teacher. I'm gonna tell you one time, and if you don't get it, you better ask one of the students. You better ask one of the other fans. Dinner time, gotta get going. All right, Justin, man, appreciate you coming in, man. Bless you, brother. What the hell are you talking about, Rich? Oh yeah, William, he definitely will. Hey Sheila, how you doing? Chris Cantu, what it up? What up? What up, bro? What up, bro? So all right, let's get to the Washington football team, right? So as you guys heard, they are going to be no logo and no team, basically unnamed until further notice, which to me makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Yes, sir, Dave. You already know what it is, brother. And I tell them all the time, like if you don't know what it is, ask somebody. Ask somebody. So as we talk about the Redskins, right? The Washington team. The Washington Potatoes start the petition. Stupid. But yeah, so they're gonna go unnamed, unlogoed for at least a year. So it makes perfect sense. They hired They hired a dude, Terry or whatever. He's supposed to come in there and help with their branding. Because again, we already knew, as a business person, you should know that you're not going to be able to just change it. Washington, who? You're not going to be able to change that in 3 months because you got to look at it. There's money that's made. There's branding. There's copyrights. There's trademark. There's changing everything at your facility, right? So they have their practice facility in Ashburn, Virginia. You got to take all the R's off of that. You got to take all the stuff off of FedEx Field that's been there since that raggedy ass place was built. So you got to look at the whole dynamic of it. There was no way that they were going to have a name ready right before training camp. So they had to figure out something because they had to change the players' practice uniforms, their game uniforms. So they had to do something. So like I said in my video earlier today, that they changed their uniforms. So they took the Redskins name off. So it just says Washington up top of the jersey. Their helmets have their gold numbers, their numbers. So there's going to be no logo on the helmet. They're going to take it back to old school. Basically, they're wearing the throwback jerseys. To me, that's what it looks like. So there's no R's on there. The numbers are on the shoulder, the numbers in the front, Washington on the chest, and the numbers on the helmet. They're taking it back to the 1950s. Washington who? Do I think Dan Snyder will keep the team? So that is a very good question, Ms. Jack, and I'm glad you asked it. In my humble opinion and what I know about the NFL, let's be honest with you. Dan Snyder ain't the only owner in this league that's probably done stuff under the table, right? Because we know Robert Kraft has. When I tell you about, they got them cheerleaders and them hookers back there. They were in there. They had them in there. I got one lap for you. Got another lap for. Come on, them old men getting heart attacks in there trying to please them women. But in all reality, right? So, Ms. Jackie, what's going to happen is what would have to happen for him to not be a owner anymore. They would have to ask, like, I think 10 other owners to fight for him not to own the team anymore. And they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Oh, yeah, 15 women? Yeah. So my whole thing is this. Yes, whatever they allegedly did, I don't know. I don't know what's true and what isn't true. You know what I mean? Like, we laugh and joke about it, but at the same time, I don't know what they were doing. I know there was something going on because, Ms. Jackie, you and I both know where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So for that to be what it is, I don't believe that he should be the owner anymore. And Redskin fans shouldn't want him to be the owner anymore either because they ain't want a damn thing with him. So why not just change the whole thing? Why not just go out there and just... But again, to make him sell, though, other owners would have to jump in and be on board with that for it to even go into motion. But they're not going to do that because now that's going to open up the floodgates to some of the things that they were doing behind closed curtains. Yeah, you said Anita Jets owner. So a lot of these owners for these teams, maybe even Jerry, but Jerry might have done some stuff too in the past. So they all got secrets. They've all probably done something illegal. They probably done some stuff that they don't want to get out into the open. So because of that, nobody's going to really stand up and try to be against Dan Snyder as far as the owners go. So I think that what's going to happen is he's still going to own the team, but they got rid of all those other people, but he's still going to own the team, but they're bringing in a whole new set of people to try to sweep what he did under the rug. That's what's going to happen. It sucks, but he's still going to be the owner of the Redskins. Now, I don't care one way or damn another because it ain't my team. But the part I do care about is I want things to be right. I want it to make sense. So if you're not doing right if you're owner, you're not doing right by your team, which he's not, and which he never did, which is the reason why the Redskins ain't won nothing in the 27-year span or whatever, how long he's been the owner of the Washington football team. So I look at it like that. That's how I look at it. So he's still going to be the owner. If the FBI gets into the picture, it'll be out of the NFL's control. Yes, Thomas, it will be out of the NFL's control. But they're also going to look into other owners as well. They're going to start looking at paperwork. Anything that has a paper trail, that's what the FBI is going to look for. They're going to look for paper trails. They're going to look for different things that don't smell right. And if it don't smell right, they're going to be like, all right, what this owner do? So you're going to start to see things come out of the woodworks. And these other owners don't want that. So that's why Jets owner pure racist, so everyone stops talking. Jerry Jones, there are more owners that are racist. Stop throwing shade. Yeah, and see, and I don't, and they always came at Jerry Jones talking about Jerry Jones is racist. Look, I don't know what Jerry Jones is, but I don't think that he's racist because I feel like a lot of the black players from like the 80s, you look at like Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin and all those guys and Deion Sanders and all those guys that like they had good relationships with Jerry, even Des Bryant. So like they had good relationship with Jerry. I don't think Jerry is racist. I just think that Jerry's a businessman. And granted, Jerry comes from a different background and I'm talking to primarily obviously the black people on the channel right now. When I say that he don't understand us, because he doesn't come from where a lot of us have come from. So that part is different. But I don't think that Jerry's racist, because if he was, it'd be a whole different dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, he would lose a lot of money if he really was, because it's a lot of this fan base that would not be fans of this team if that were the case. So I don't necessarily think that that's the case. I love Jerry because Jerry has heart. Jerry cares a lot about his players. Now, is he unorthodox sometimes? Yeah, he is. But Jerry's 70-something years old. He's old. He has an old mindset. So I don't expect him to know or understand. So even when it came to the stuff that's going on right now in the world with us, I don't really want him to talk because he can't relate. All I want Jerry to do is to talk to his players. Let him talk to his players and get the lowdown from them. Long as he has their support, that's all that matters. Our opinion don't matter. You know why? Because if we know how the Cowboys are, they're always in the media, right? Some of that shit just needs to stay in-house. If he talks to his team, that's their business. And if the players say, "No, we good, y'all. We back up Jerry. He spoke to us. We know what the deal is. That's it." It don't have to be a big media thing. It's always got. I don't understand why everything always has to be. Well, the media got to come out and look. No, I don't know. No, because you see these other teams doing stuff quietly. Why can't we? I'm just saying. Yes, Anita. Everybody wear your mask. Yeah, King James, like I said, he's very old. He's old. He comes from that old school. I don't want him speaking on behalf of black people because he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. I don't expect him to understand. I just expect him to I just want him to be understanding to it and care. Just care. That's it. That's it. Don't need him talking. He could talk to his team privately, and then they can talk about it privately. Us fans, we don't need to hear about that. We don't need to know about that. That's not football business. That's business that's personal stuff. So they can hash that out through the team. I would respect that more. And I'm pretty sure he ain't saying nothing because he don't know what to say. Sometimes y'all got to think outside the box when y'all think of things. Look at where Jerry come from. He don't come from a struggle lifestyle. So that's just where it is. Carolyn, you said you're a nurse. Yeah, shout out to all the nurses and the essential people out there. It's crazy right now. You said you got your mask on right now. I'll be honest with you. I wear it all the time when I go out. Only time I don't wear it when I'm out is when I'm running. Like if I'm jogging around the lake and stuff. I ain't around nobody. Like I'll have my mask with me, like in my pocket or something, or I have it around my neck, but it ain't on my face because if it's hot outside already. If I'm running, I'm gonna pass out breathing that material. I'll be like, it's like somebody put chloroform on my face. I'll be like, oh. Y'all be like, E2, what happened? No, that brother dead. y'all be mad. Y'all be like, damn, where E2 at? E2 gone, y'all. E2 went blue, bye-bye. Over 25 damn years. Wow. Shout out to that. Y'all be like, I ain't seen E2 in a minute. He ain't did a video. He ain't been on the live stream. Y'all be out there asking Mark where I'm at. Because that's what happens. You always ask another YouTuber where a YouTuber's at. It's like when Mark's channel got cut that one time. I never forget that day. I had so much traffic on my channel. I ain't gonna lie. I was excited for a little while because I had so much attention on my channel when Mark Holmes' channel got cut that one time. Because they were like, where's Mark? Mark's channel got cut. I guess we gotta watch E2 Blue. So then I was just pumping out videos when because I had to try to keep up with what Mark did. And trust me, can't nobody keep up with what Mark do. Mark, shout out to Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes worked for himself. He do for himself. So he could do a video any and everywhere. I swear I used to be with Mark sometimes and we'll be having a random conversation and he'll just pull his phone out. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Next thing you know, hello friends, Mark Holmes here. I'm like, God, you doing a video right now? We're trying to have a conversation. And I could be talking about something like personal, and then all of a sudden hello, friends, Mark Holmes here. I love you, Mark. I do. I really do. You're welcome, Carol. Eastside Herald. Here you go with that. Here come Eastside Herald, y'all. Here come Eastside Herald and all his Texans love. Thank you, Anita. Definitely appreciate it. Doing what I can. But my numbers have been really trash lately. I don't know what's going on. I've been losing subscribers left and right. I don't know what happened to my channel. I don't know if that's YouTube messing with me or what. I really don't know. But I've still been pumping out videos and stuff like at least if not every day, every other day, I've been putting them out. So I don't know what's going on. You said you thought Mark was getting ready to die. Yo, when Mark called me, when it went down, he's like, let me tell you the conversation that happened when Mark's channel went down that day. Mark was like, he called me. He was like, E2, hey, E2, please tell the fans what happened to my channel. Tell them that the YouTube Illuminati got to me. They got me, bro. They got me. And I said, all right, I got you, bro. So that day I was at work, right? And I'm a field technician for my job. So I was out doing work, and I had it was a new Amazon that opened up. So we had to put some new machines in there. So I was inside the Amazon with the construction people before they went live. So I'm in there with my hard hat on. I'm not supposed to be on my phone, but I'm like this. I'm like, all right, y'all, just letting y'all know. So I recorded on my phone, and I'm like, I had to let everybody know. And then all of a sudden, my subscriber count went up, and I was like, well, damn, Mark, you helping me. Oh, Perry, what's going on, man? Long time no hear from. I haven't seen you in here in a while. Yo, all right, Dave, appreciate you, brother. Well, hey, Shay, but you got a life, Shay. I understand. The fact that you even came is all I'm worried about. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, and see that's the thing about us cowboy YouTubers, y'all. We always support each other. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hate over here. I mean, I don't hate nobody, so that's me. No, yeah, Thomas, he was in tears. He was mad as hell. He was like, E2, man, please. And like he even got on my channel. Like I literally had to go over his house, and he was like, E2, record just so I could be on the channel. Mark is addicted to YouTube. I swear to God, if YouTube just like went away, Mark would probably be so depressed. He would be so depressed. We would have to console him. Richie said you got the COVID. Well, you better. I hope you're hunkering down and taking medication and staying out of the way. I hope you feel better. Damn, that's crazy. You said YouTube was like a drug. It is. I ain't gonna lie, because I'll be on it too. I'll be checking my numbers. I'll be checking my comments and stuff and seeing what y'all talking about. You know, people come in and calling me a fool and whatever. It is what it is. But I know what I'm talking about, so I ain't worried about it. I ain't even worried about it, y'all. I do what I do. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. So what was I gonna say? But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting this season seeing the Washington team with their new duds, their new uniform. So what I feel like what they're gonna do is whenever they do come up with a name, they're just gonna add the logo and stuff in there or whatever and just move stuff around. Because that actual uniform they use, oh, I hate to admit this, it's actually not that bad looking. I like what they did. Oh God, I'm gonna regret saying this. I like what they did. They went kind of throwback a little bit. Awesome, Coco. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the love from all of you guys. I love the fact that there's more female viewership on my channel now because, again, like, you know, football ain't just all about the men. And I just love to see the females in here because y'all actually know the game of football. Y'all know it, y'all respect it, and you guys are around it. So shout out to all the ladies in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys have been more than hospitable to your boy. And that's why I keep doing this. That's why I keep doing this. I just don't want to because y'all already know I've been going through some tough times, y'all. Tough times. It's been rough for me this whole year. Not even forget COVID. Like I just been having everything else going on in my life. So even with that, like I still been trying to pump content out in between the things that I'm doing. And shout out to Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie, like I love you to death. Like, you know, she sends me messages. She, you know, she always makes sure that I'm all right. You know, if I'm down or whatever, she'll send me some positive words, and it definitely helps. It makes my day. So shout out to you, Miss Jackie, and everybody. Y'all got to show Miss Jackie some love. Miss Jackie is the truth. She is the mother of all of our Dallas Cowboys YouTubers. She is basically she's our backbone. That's what she is. She supports all of us, and we love her. Oh yeah, Chris. So those position break, man. I try to get that in there because a lot of people have been asking me about certain positions. So I just thought about, you know, just breaking those things down because a lot of people don't realize that, like, when you're looking at this team, you can't really, unless you kind of just pick it with a fine tooth comb. A lot of times you don't know exactly what's going on with the team right off the bat. Right off the bat, you don't know. So I try to bring it to a head so you guys know what's going on, so you guys can feel what I'm saying. So then when we're, you know, talking about it, you guys can be like, oh yeah, I remember when E2 said that, or I remember when Vosh said that, or I remember when Law said that, and Mark said that, and Dallas Cowboys fan talked about it. So when we all talk about certain things, it's like it resonates in your head. So we're not looking like a dumb fan base like the Eagles. Yeah, and Dave almost made a love connection on my channel. Love Doctor, DJ, Father, Friend, YouTube. Man, I'm all of that. Oh, don't forget about a professional roller skater. That's in there too. So yeah, so that's the thing, man. I really try to just, you know, I'm a jack of all trades. Yes, Miss Jackie, you are welcome. You are welcome. Um, yes, show Miss Jackie some love. Give her flowers. There you go. Give it to her. Give it to her. She deserves it. Yeah, see, Law Nation is the dude. I remember when I first met. Did I tell y'all the story about when I met Law Nation? Did I tell you when I met Law? Right. Um. So let's go back to the beginning. I didn't even know who Mark Holmes was. So when I first started my channel, was after I met Mark. But when I first started looking at like YouTubers' content, Law Nation was the first guy that I saw. So that's how I know Law Nation's been doing this for a while. So when I heard Law Nation's voice, I used to think Law Nation was an old dude, right? Because I would see his film breakdown, but he never showed his face before. And this is back before he started doing videos where you could see him. Yeah, he could be a late night radio host. He could. But my voice is trash though. I can't. Now, I'm good in radio because I went to school for it, but I don't have a voice like he do. He got the that's the voice right there. But when I first started watching cowboy YouTubers, he was the first channel that I saw. All right, somebody block Rich because that was ignorant. Get out of here, Rich. I'm not gonna tolerate that bullshit. Anyway, so like I was saying, see, he just fucked me up. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so anyway, Law Nation. So when I first saw his channel, I literally was like, yo, this dude sounds. I thought he was an old dude. I thought he was like what's the dude like Morgan Freeman type of cat. I thought he was just an old YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw Law, I sent him messages or whatever. I was like, yo, I love your content, blah blah. And that was around the time when I was like, damn, I want to start a YouTube channel too because I have a lot of insight to bring to the table as well. Then I met Mark Holmes at where did I meet Mark at originally? No, I started watching Mark's channel. I sent him a couple of messages. He responded back to me. He told me that he was going to be at one of the little restaurants. So I met him at the restaurant out there in Virginia. He was there. He was filming. I was there with some other Cowboy fans. I bought one of his T-shirts to show him some support. So I went to go try to buy a T-shirt from him, but he didn't. I guess he wasn't paying attention to me. Because one thing you guys got to know about Mark, he can't do a lot of things at one time, right? So like he gets frustrated very fast. So at first it came off and he was an ass. I was like, oh, Mark's an asshole. I don't like him because I feel like he ignored me. But his wife was sitting there. So his wife was like, hey, idiot. This is what his wife said to him. So his wife was like, hey, idiot. He's trying to buy a shirt from you. Pay attention to him. So I bust out laughing. So I bought a shirt. So then that very next Sunday, he was in there. He was filming. He came early. I was there early. He started live streaming on his channel, right? So, Miss Jackie, I'm telling you, this is the story, Miss Jackie. This is the story. This is the truth. So I was like, man, fuck Mark. So so then me and him got cool. So he was over there sitting on the thing. So I was like, hey, what you doing? He's like, oh, I'm live streaming my channel. He's like, so he waved me over. So I came over. He introduced himself to me. I introduced myself to him, and we just sat there. And he was asking me questions on camera on his channel, and we just had a vibe. We had a vibe. We went back and forth, and the fans at the time, I don't know if some of you guys remember that live stream, but the old school fans know. They saw that, and they were like, all right, well, Mark's cool. They were like, who's that guy that was on your channel? Like, he was really dope. He's really knowledgeable. You should have him on the channel again. So, Shay, I know you remember Shay because I knew you were around back then too. Because you were one of my first subscribers too. You, Tamira, Dave Moore. There was a couple of you guys. And then he was like, so he had my number. So he called me. It was like, yo, I got some good news to you. I was like, what? He was like, yo, the fans loved you on my channel. And I was like, really? Me? I'm a nobody. So he was like, yo, you should come on the channel again. So at that point, we went to the restaurant again. We set up early. I was on the channel the whole time. So we were, yeah, Sheila. I remember, Sheila, you were there too. I remember. That was at Crystal City Sports Pub, which I'll probably never go back over there again. But because y'all know the owner is kind of racist, so I don't mess with that spot no more. But anywho, then I went to Mark's house. He invited me to his house one day. From there, we just hit it off. And then that was when I started my channel. So I started my channel. That was the year that the Eagles played in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So my first ever video on my channel was the halftime game of the Super Bowl, the Eagles Patriots game. Now I was straight basura back then. I was trash, right? I was nervous. I didn't really know how to approach you guys. I didn't know because again, I didn't really have a fan base yet. So it was really raw. You know what I mean? And starting a channel is not easy. It's not easy at all. It's really hard. So then yeah, Anita, yeah, and I gotta thank Mark. So I got a lot of my subscribers from Mark because a lot of you guys were already following his because Mark been big for a long time and he's still huge. Now, and a lot of you guys found me from him. And then when I met Law, when we went to Texas, me and Law hit it off. Me and Law did a video together. He was on my channel, I was on his channel, and we just hit it off. Then I met Vosh. Oh my God. When I met Vosh, y'all, I swear to God, if we had the camera following us the whole time when we weren't recording, you guys would have been laughing your asses off. First of all, me and Vosh together, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Oh, James, you had the COVID? Man, I'm glad that you're better, man. It's good to have you back, man. Prayers up for you, though. Yeah, Carolyn, yeah. So, but it's good, though, because we all did work together. So it's like you see one, we support the other, and then you start following it, and it just becomes like a big circle. So that video, when me and Vosh got together at the Cowboys draft, yo, putting us together, you don't want to. You talking about a laugh fest. I'm funny by myself. You get Vosh with me. We were out there cutting the hell up in Dallas. Let me tell you something. I swear to God, if y'all would have heard the conversations that went down, we had so many inside jokes. Like y'all would have just done. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi. Like Vosh, man, we hit it off. So when I did videos on my channel when he was on there, straight fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, but shout out to all my Cowboy YouTubers, man. Like everybody is just, we all different, man. Yeah. And then when you guys found out that I DJ'd, and those of you that actually heard me spin the Dallas Redskins game last season, game 2, y'all can't tell me that game went lit because I was out there playing. And then even the radio station was out there, and the people that were with the radio station, they was looking over like, who over there playing? So, man, I was in the zone, and like it's just like my YouTube channel is just like when I'm DJing. When I get into the zone, there's no stopping me. You know what I mean? And that's just how I am. Once I get into a groove, it's on and popping, baby. Just love how YouTube, Mark, I know this get together, especially yeah. And Chris, we did that. Like me, Mark, Mike, Foots was there too. We went to the Redskins. We went to the Redskins training camp, and that was when they were the Redskins. So we went to the Washington football team's training camp at the time. So, and we were hated on. We was in there with cowboy gear on, and they was just hating. They were just looking at us like, "Get out of here! What y'all doing here?" Guess what? Some of them knew that we were YouTubers, so some of them didn't mess with us. But I'm telling you, like I was in there ready to fight because I already knew what was going to happen because we was in there. And then Michael come in there with the 88 jersey on. I was like, "Woo, Lord Jesus, they gonna kick our ass up out of here." Yeah, Mark put us on the map, Anita. But that's the thing. And see, like I like to stay focused on that reason because again, you gotta get that content. And Mark was like, "Oh, we just so you know, we're gonna get hated on hella bad coming through here." But Mark got some good B-roll. He got a lot of good B-roll, and a lot of those clips and stuff that y'all see that Mark puts up. Those are a lot of things that we've done. If you look at a lot of those clips, I'm there. You either hear me talking in the background or you'll see me in the camera some kind of way. Like he's got a lot of great moments from the different things that we did. And the crazy thing about it is this: because of COVID-19, we don't realize that, like, you don't realize what you have until you lose it, right? I miss people. I miss being able to go to a game and shout with the fans and just be around people and not have to wear a damn mask. Like, I feel like this new normal that we have right now is really, it sucks. It does. But the biggest thing right now is we have to stick together, guys. Like we said, Carolyn is a nurse. So shout out to all the nurses, all the first responders out there, everybody that's putting their life in jeopardy to save other people. And we got to do the right thing, y'all. We got to stay focused. We got to do what we need to do. If we got to stay this social distancing and things of that nature. But again, this mental health thing is huge right now. And you got celebrities out here trying to kill themselves. Nick Cannon, Tamar Braxton, like these celebrities, they make money, but they're out here. They're normal, just like us. They're human beings, just like us. They go through emotions. And I think that us dealing with this pandemic right now has really sucked. And it's really messed with a lot of people's psyche, especially people that are like go-getters and like to be out. See, the people that are introverts, this ain't nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they stay in the house all day. But those of us that like to move around and do things, and again, it's hurt the economy real bad. There's a lot of companies that lost their way, and people's losing jobs, and money is not always where it is. Some people are surviving, but some people are not. So we have to stick together, whether it comes from anything. So all that hate that people elude, we got to get rid of that. We got to stay together. We got to stay positive, and we have to understand that at the end of the day, it's about us. Because if you don't take care of what you have now, it won't be there when things get better. Period. And that's all I got to say about that. But I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream soon. Any last comments or concern you guys want to say before I end this live stream? Let me know. Oh, yeah. Cowboys Crunk, man. Cowboys Crunk is hilarious, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie know Cowboys Crunk. Money can't buy happiness. It sure can't. But money does pay the bills, though. So if you got enough to pay your bills, that's all that matters. So got to stay positive. And whatever situations that y'all may go through, forget it. Like, if it's out of your control, ain't nothing you can do about it. It's no point of crying about it. Ain't no part of stressing about it, because there ain't nothing you can do about it. You kind of just got to you got to take what they call a fuck it pill. Excuse my language, but take one of these fucking pills every morning when you wake up before you go to work. Take that pill, go to work, and fuck it. Whatever you can't do, it's out of your hands, y'all. And that's all I got to say. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate all your love. I appreciate all the super chats. Shout out to L4G Custom Fabrications. I know he's probably not in the chat anymore because I haven't seen him post anything. But bless you, brother. I definitely appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, he hadn't been on my channel in a while, but he came back with a bang. My man was like, here's 100. Boom. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yes, I was going to Vegas, got canceled. Yeah, Jackie, we were all going to be there. I still got credit on my Southwest flight, too. That's good until next June. So I'm definitely going to take a flight somewhere as soon as this COVID die down. So Dave Moore, love you too, brother. Nita, thank you for being here. Sheila, all of y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. I really do. Yes, keep that positivity. Keep loving each other, y'all, and eliminate the hate. Eliminate the hate. If it's hate, it ain't great. Remember that, guys. Remember that. Oh, Greg, you just got in. Well, you can watch the playback, brother. Get ready to log out because I know everybody getting tired. So I'm getting ready to head to bed. I got to get to work in the morning and finish drinking my water. So again, appreciate you guys for coming in. Hopefully we can. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can have some sense of normalcy. So let's pray that we have some sort of season this year. At least if not, we can watch it on TV. We'll be in our own homes, but hey, at least you guys got to look forward to us to live stream during games. How about that? So we get to talk about it and we get to talk football. So in the meantime, between time, y'all, it's your boy E2 Blue. Oh yeah, and as far as one more thing, so my merch, I told you guys in the video, I can't put my merch on the channel because they require me to have 10,000 subscribers, and unfortunately, I'm 5,000 short of that. So what I'm gonna have to do is, whenever this COVID is over again, I got a t-shirt provider to just put my logo on some stuff. So whenever we're able to come out and do things, you guys can just get shirts from me in public. So I can get your sizes before those events. But those of you that live in my area, I can always get them to you. But everybody that's out of state or whatever, whenever we do events and stuff, you guys are there, we can get it popping like that until I get my numbers up. But like I said, y'all have a great night, man. Everybody be safe. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all.